Hey, welcome back to Love from Leo. My name is Tay, otherwise known as Love from Leo, and this is my channel. So for this particular type of reading, we're only focusing on the fixed signs. So that's Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Taurus. So basically with this type of reading, there's going to be different messages that are coming through. It's not based on any one type of subject or topic, so whatever comes through is what we're going to focus on. I probably will have the timestamps down below in the comments. If I do not, one of you guys please help me out and do that for me. So yeah, let's just go ahead and see what's going to come out. Okay, I'm shuffling to see who we're going to start off with. Scorpio. All right, so we're going to start off with the Scorpio fixed sign. Hey Scorpio, so we're going to start off with an oracle card for you to see kind of what the whole message, blessing, warning is for you. And then we'll go into the details of everything and really break down what's happening for you. Scorpio. So Scorpio, you're fixed water, so you have a fixed way of feeling about things. You're one of the more private signs. You're ruled by Pluto, so transformations are a huge factor in your life, just like with anyone else. But you tend to go through these times where you have a whole bunch of deep-rooted issues that have to come to the light that you have to break through or break from so that you're able to see the bigger picture and become better and elevate. So you have to burst through the ashes, so to speak, okay? So here is the card that came out for you, Firm Foundation. So the number 4. I kind of feel like this has something to do with the root chakra, maybe the sacral, but I'm thinking more of the root chakra. So your basic needs. So this could have a lot to do with your home life, your living situations, the things that you need to feel comfortable. Now, interesting with the number 4, this is about building a foundation. So I kind of feel like you're at the, like if you look at the card here, this person's at the bottom of a mountain, like they have to go through something and then climb up the mountain to get to the top. So you maybe you just started like a certain endeavor or some type of challenging course or challenging something. Like it could be school, it could be literally building a house or something like that. But I feel like you just started something. But with the firm foundation energy of this card, it definitely talks about using your own physical strength as well as your own endurance spiritually to get through something. So let's go ahead and see. You could have someone around you that is also a part of this. We'll see in just a second. All right, so the 2 cards that came out, 8 of Pentacles, definitely work, like we were saying, and the Hangman. So you're really, really focusing on, with these 2 cards, it's about focusing on, oh, can I do that? Wow. Okay. So with 8 of Pentacles here, it's about mastering a skill and taking as much time as needed to perfect it, to be the best at it. This is kind of like when you're in the middle of a marathon. So you don't see the finish line. You know that one is coming up, but you can't see it at all. You've already started. You're in the process of mastering a skill. The Hangman is a card of being still and letting the knowledge come to you. Also with the Hangman, it talks about or it embodies the energy of just waiting for a certain answer or waiting for a certain sign. But generally speaking, with the Hangman and the 8 of Pentacles, I definitely feel like you're in the in-between stages of success and, you know, whatever you're trying to do. So you're going towards success. You're putting in the work physically, I see here. The Hangman means you're just letting everything fall into place. So let's get a little bit more information on that. What are you working on exactly? The Star. So something you've been wanting to do for a long time, something that you feel like is your destiny. Weirdly enough, this has nothing to do with the Star card, but I just got the feeling that somebody had a dream about this and then they kind of like woke up and took action, or maybe they've been having dreams about it and they're like, okay, I can't keep ignoring the sign. It's a lot of celestial type of energy here with the Star card, the Hangman, like receiving answers from the ethers or the cosmos. So I kind of feel like this has something to do with just like a hunch or a feeling. So maybe no one around you has done whatever you're about to do, but I feel like you're actively working on it. But it's going to be something that comes like down to this realm, this 3D material world, because 8 of Pentacles is about physically putting in action for something and planning so that it'll actually become what you want it to be. Okay, there could be an Aquarius around this, or a Pisces as well. Or maybe within your chart, maybe whatever that house encompanies within your natal chart has something to do with what you're working on. Yeah, the Magician. So I think you have people around you that are also helping you with this. Okay. So let's just go ahead and see who's a part of all of this. Who's a part of helping you with this plan? You're definitely building something, having to deal with work. You're asking other people to kind of help you. So I kind of feel like you're stepping out of your comfort zone, Scorpio. You're realizing that you can't do it by yourself, or you would like to have other people be a part of this. We have Leo here. Yeah. Okay, so lots of people showing up, or at least lots of energies are part of the situation, pushing through. I definitely feel like whatever you're working on, it's something that you see for yourself. It's not something that someone else told you to do, but you do realize that there's other people around you that could help you make this happen. So for example, if you're wanting to build a house, or you're wanting to remodel your house, something like that, you realize that you have maybe a Leo or an Aquarius or a Pisces around you who's really, really good with remodeling, constructing, or carpenting, something like that. Okay, so yeah, that's what I'm seeing. Let's see the other energies that are involved with this message. Okay, so we got 2 cards here. So we have grief, and then we have love. Okay, so some of you could be building like a new foundation emotionally. I feel like some of you guys have separated from something or someone, like a relationship. Like there's been a division or a separation within some type of relationship in your life that you valued a lot. So it could have been a friendship or an actual love or a marriage. But what I'm seeing here is this new project that you're working on, it's going to help you kind of get past that hurt that you are still feeling. And as we know with Scorpio, whenever there's hurt or when there's some type of sadness attached to something, it feels so much, there's like a gravity to the type of sadness that Scorpios feel, to the point where it could cause you to be self-destructive or shut down or be super closed off to other people. So I kind of feel like whatever this project is, remember I was saying there's people that you're asking for help to help you with this. It's kind of getting you back into not being so isolated or cold or distant from other people. So it's like it's a blessing in disguise. It's like there's a lesson within this blessing that you're working on, or this project that you're working on. Okay, so yeah, I would say a lot of people, like, you want to be around people, because we have the Pisces energy here, the Aquarius energy here, and the Magician in reverse, meaning like you're going outside of yourself to make something happen. So yeah, it's a lot of like bringing people together. Aquarius is about bringing people together, communicating to a group, so to speak. Pisces is all about connectivity. So it's a lot of coming together energy that I see. So let's get one final card for your reading. What is the advice for Scorpio? I actually got 2 cards. I'm going to take them for you. So we got 5 of Cups is the first one. So you have to let go of the sadness and the regret that you may feel from this certain relationship or emotional breakdown that you had in the past. Your energy is right here, Scorpio. So it's kind of like you have to get through it. Like that's part of the Scorpio energy in the first place, is getting through pain and learning from it, so that whenever you're going through other things in the future, you're able to kind of recognize what real hurt is versus, just small or insignificant things that you may have thought were huge in your past. It's like elevating and maturing emotionally. That's what Scorpio is about. And then we also have King of Wands as your second piece of advice. So this is talking about with the energy of Aries. This is cardinal fire. So you want to find new ways to initiate a new vision, a new way of feeling about something, a new way of seeing something. So a new perspective, a whole new adventure is on your horizon, but you have to be able to initiate that change. That's what the spark of fire is. That is what Aries is about. So with the King of Wands energy, this is about having a plan, warm people up to an idea so that they can help you with something, or so they can see your vision. Okay, so you want to create whatever this is. It's about creating. A lot of what Scorpio is about is when something ends, you have to create something new from that. And with Scorpio, it's all about manipulating a certain situation to benefit how you feel. So you can definitely conjure up some really good things, but I feel like you're being called to ask other people for help. Okay, so that's it for your reading. If you would like to have a private reading, I will have my information here on the screen. And if you would like to follow me on Instagram, I will have that on the screen as well. Any other information that you may have, look in the description box below, and also comment if you have any questions, or just you want to comment something. Yeah. I'll see you guys later. So the next sign that we're working on, or going to see what the messages are for, is Aquarius. So hello my Aquarians. So you are fixed air, so you have a fixed way of thinking about things. So you have a fixed way of understanding things, kind of like a fixed idea, a determined mindset. So if you figure out something, that's kind of how you're going to feel about it, nobody's going to be able to really change your mind on how you think about something. So it's not so much emotion, it's more so about your thought process with it. So yeah, that can cause for an extremely extremely smart outlook on certain things, because you have your own way of seeing it and it's determined, so you kind of stick with it until other people realize it and join into it as well. Or that could mean that you're super hard-headed, or airheaded for that matter, because you don't want to dig deeper or do more research. So it can kind of be a toss-up. So let's just see what's happening for you. We're going to start off with the oracle card here to see what the topic is, what's the whole general message, and then we'll go into the details of everything. Okay, so we got 2 cards. I was trying to put it back and it still popped out on its own. All right, so we have 2 messages for you. So this could resonate for both of the messages could resonate for you, or maybe just one. So you just have to see which one you align with. So the first card we have is the universe card. The number 21, 2 plus 1 is 3. So creation, co-creating with the universe. So in other words, you're figuring out your own power, your position within the universe, how impactful it is, but also how insignificant it can be. So it kind of puts you in this humbling phase where you're humble enough to understand, you're not the center of the world, but at the same time, you have so much power within you, everyone does, to make something happen with the universe and with the world. The second card we have is the hope card, the number 17. 1 plus 7 is 8. So with the number 8, it's all about prosperity, endurance, abundance. So if you're looking at it from a material standpoint, I would say that the message with the hope card would be, if you are at a standstill, or you feel like you're not receiving anything, or you're not being prosperous, this is saying just hold on, keep going, because 888, the number 888, if you're seeing that, especially, this is saying like you have good things coming, abundance is on its way, especially if you've been waiting on money or something. These are 2 powerful energies here that we're looking at. So it's kind of like a lot of synchronistic vibes. So maybe you've been seeing a lot of like 333, 888, 222 type of numbers. But I also feel like this card is saying, or this message rather, is saying it's not a time for you to feel alone. Like maybe you've been alone physically, but like there's a lot of like universal synchronistic events that are happening that are guiding you towards where you're supposed to be. But if you're in this funk and you keep having this mindset that nobody's here to help or whatever, you're going to miss all the signs. So that was one of the things that I wanted to let you know. There should be a lot of signs around you, so look out for those, or not even look for them, but just pay attention, have a clear mind so that whenever these signs come about, you're able to notice them. So 10 of Pentacles in reverse. So you have been feeling a little less than wealthy. I think that your money situation has kind of been dry. I also feel like maybe there was some broken homes or broken family situations that you've been dealing with as of late. 3 of Cups. Yeah, I could have dealt with maybe a cheating situation with the third party situation here. But this also could just be saying your family, the people that you feel close around, or your friends. Like it hasn't been a very good time for you in that department of your life. I feel like a lot of it has to do with, like, if you're talking about friends, maybe you haven't been able to go out because you're broke right now. Or if this is about family, it's like nobody's getting along, so whenever you guys are all around each other, there's no fun times, or you're having a really hard time initiating that. And Aquarius, a lot of people think that you guys are super detached from life, but when you are connected to certain things such as family or friends that you actually care about, when you find that group or your tribe and they're not working together or working to keep things afloat and happy or whatever, it kind of messes with you. So I kind of feel like this is what you've been going through. You're kind of trying to understand, like, what's going on, why are things like this. Maybe because it's emotional, like the things that's happening with you, they're emotionally tied. And so you being a logical person or an air sign, it kind of makes it hard for you to understand, the emotional aspects of it. You're trying to make sense of something emotional with your logic or whatever. So I think it's kind of difficult for you to understand, which makes it even more annoying for you, because if you don't understand something, then you almost just want to throw it away. But you can't throw it away because it's your family, it's your friends, it's money that you're dealing with, okay? I kind of feel like with the cards here, though, as well, it's just a standstill. Yeah, this, with the Two of Wands. I was going to say, I feel like this is just a moment that you're dealing with. I don't think it's anything permanent. I think it's just a down moment in, the roller coaster of life. So with the Two of Wands, you either have to make a decision, or you feel like there's just a pause. Yeah, Four of Pentacles in reverse. So you are definitely dealing with money issues and spending habits. I feel like you're having to choose who to spend on, or you can't go everywhere. You have to choose like what you want to do. I feel like some of you guys have to pick a side for some reason as well. Yeah, Princess of Pentacles. It's just money. Like, there's a lot of money issues. It also could deal with family as well, because Pentacles does tie into family and foundation. But what I'm feeling with this, it's like the money is tight, so you can't do what you want to do. And it's causing you to feel super hopeless, or just you feel out of place. You're in a weird funk right now. But you will get over it with the Five of Cups in reverse. This is saying like you're going to get past this little phase of sorrow, sadness, moping around. But you have to change your mindset. So a lot of you are being really stuck in this like woe is me type of energy, or maybe you want to change something. Maybe you're the middleman, or you're the person who can help a situation between your family or your friends, and you want to do that, but you don't really know what to say or what to do. But just realize it's not all up to you. I feel like a lot of the things that are happening has to do with whoever's upset or whatever, and money's not going to change that. Like, you can't take everybody out on the town and everything's going to be perfect. Like, it might be fun, but once you guys get back home, everything's still going to be the way that it is. A lot of Aquariuses with this message, it's almost like keep the vibration up, keep your mindset on positive things, so that's what you end up attracting. But at the same time, the universe, you have to co-create with the universe. You can't make everything happen on your own. So you're creating, what are you creating, and who are you creating it with? My advice would be to create with the universe, pay attention to the signs around you, and keep the hope. It might take some time with the number 8, but there's something that's coming towards you, but you have to be ready to receive it. And I think if you're focused on money or how everyone else around you is acting, you're not focusing on yourself and what you could be changing. Because if you change yourself, then things around you will slowly start to change as well. It's kind of like whenever you're in an airplane and they say if something happens, like, you put your mask on first and then help the person around you. So you need your own oxygen right now, Aquarius. Like, you need your own air. You need to be thinking. You need to change your mindset. So you can't help other people until you help yourself. Who's all a part of this? Because it definitely has more to do with, like, not just you. Yeah, definitely a fallout within whoever is a part of the situation. I feel like you're also, like, talking double. Like, you're saying one thing to one person, and then to another person you're saying the opposite. Try not to play both sides of the field. Just kind of stay in your own lane. And if you're the person who is the problem, you need to be honest. With the Ace of Swords in reverse. Okay. Who's a part of this situation? Okay, so we have a Cancer, but again, I feel like this has to just deal with your home life, or the people that you feel comfortable with. Okay, Cancer is the 4th house energy, so that's all about your privacy, your home, your what you feel comfortable with, your safety, what makes you feel safe. And I feel like this is what your issue is right now. You're trying to figure out what the heck is going on and what can I do to help this situation. Okay, so let's get a few more cards just to kind of get a better visual of the situation. Any messages that come out with this? Okay, so we got Power. So this is like Moon and Sagittarius energy. So I feel like there's a lot of new, not adventures, but there's a lot of like knowledge that you're going to be understanding, or maybe new ways of looking at things, like from a philosophical standpoint. So you may have a whole new change in how you view things, or how you feel like people should communicate, or how you feel people should interact. With the energy of Sagittarius, it's about being wise and learning, but also kind of understanding that life is basically a joke. Like, you're supposed to be able to enjoy it, is what I'm trying to say. So I kind of feel like you're understanding that life doesn't have to be so strenuous mentally. Like, it's more about feeling it. It's about seeing something new, creating your own visions, being flexible in the way you feel and see things. Like, at nighttime, I kind of feel like you're going to have a spark of some type of enlightenment that kind of gives you a leg up to help whatever the situation is, or to fix whatever the situation is. But it's going to take you kind of being to yourself and learning something. You have to go and learn. Like, remember what I was saying, if you get so stuck and fixated on your own way of seeing it, you're not going to understand the true mindset that you need to have when it comes to relationships in your life. It's almost like you're stuck having one way of thinking, but there's so many other ways to look at the situation, Aquarius. So try to be a little bit more flexible. Yeah. Especially with the universe card, philosophies. Could even be religion for some of you. but learning, being the student or being the teacher later on. You're going to teach whoever around you. You're going to teach them how to deal with this certain situation. So let's get one card of advice, and then that'll be the end of this reading for you. Okay, Ace of Swords, communication, relating to others, understanding how to make things balanced, and what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. Remember, I was saying if you are a person who's talking sideways or being two-faced, you need to rectify that and just be honest with yourself so that you can be honest with other people. If you're a person who is being the liar, you need to be truthful with this Ace of Swords. It's also about having a new, fresh, clear mindset on the way that you see things. With this Libra energy that's attached to this, I definitely see lots of kind of evening out the playing field, so to speak, learning how to relate to others, learning how to refresh and communicate with the people that you relate with or that you're in relationships with, okay? And don't be so hard on yourself as well. Like, you're not in this alone, okay? So that is the end of this reading. We're going to go ahead and move on to the next sign. If you would like to purchase a private reading, I have my information here on the screen. You can also follow me on Instagram to be updated on new things coming to the channel and other things that I post. And with that being said, I'll see you in the next video. So the next sign that we're working on is Leo. Leo. Hello, my lions. Okay, so Leo, you are fixed fire. So basically what this means is you have a fixed way or a set way on feeling and seeing something. So in other words, when you have your mind set on something because of how you feel, if you have a vision that you can see, you are going towards that, and you're going to stand out on your own with that idea unless you see that other people also want to be a part of that. So then that's where you're kind of use your Leo fire to kind of attract others, so that whatever vision you have, whatever feeling you have is illuminated like the sun. Okay, so with that being said, you could attract lots of haters or lots of people who just don't agree with you, but you also find people who want to follow you or want to have some sort of alliance with you. Isn't that funny? Okay. All right, so let's start off with the oracle messages so we can see what this is all about, so then we can kind of segue into the details. That's funny. I've never even thought about that word, alliance. Like, what the okay, sorry. For Leo, what is the message? The waiting game. Okay, so being that you're a fire sign, you probably are like, okay, I don't feel like waiting on anything. I just want the result to happen. I want this to be I want it to be now. But the beauty of this card and why it's one of my favorite cards in this deck is because the waiting game basically means that your prosperity or your success or the things that you want, the things that you're trying to make happen, they're coming, okay? But you have to keep walking towards them. You have to keep putting in some work. Now, if you look on the card here, there's rings around the timer or the tree. It takes time for the tree to grow. It takes time for the rings around Saturn, like it represents time. Saturn is all about time. It's all about putting in the work so that you can see an outcome in the future. So you have to go through these struggles. You have to go through time. You have to let time heal things. Time, whatever. It's time healing. But the beauty of it is whenever you get to the end of the rainbow, the ring, there's gold at the end of it. So it's a huge outcome because you were the one who stuck it out and you went through whatever this is. So I feel like a lot of people that are watching this video right now, you're kind of at a point where you're creating something or you're building something for sure with, or growing something for that matter. And you're just waiting on the outcome, but you can't just sit and wait. You have to keep putting in the work because that is what Saturn is all about. Okay, building that foundation, working, which is like Capricorn energy. Capricorn rules the bones and the teeth, so it's about getting down and dirty with working, getting dirty, getting, like your needs. It's about keeping something afloat, making it run, literally. So let's see, what is the message that we need to talk about with this? It's your bones, okay? Yes, Queen of Pentacles. So you're trying to build a business, or you're trying to attract more money. You could also be doing something with your home, like renovating or building or buying a new home for that matter. Okay, what else? Temperance. Okay, so you're getting a little impatient, right, Leo? So what you have to remember is whatever you're doing, I feel like it's, you know that it takes time, so you can't really be mad that you can't rush it. Okay, but why are you so impatient? Okay, Six of Wands in reverse. I kind of feel like you want people to see that you've improved or you've enhanced a certain part of yourself, or you feel like people are seeing you in a vulnerable state, which Leos definitely don't like that, and Leos definitely don't like being misunderstood. So whatever your goal is, you're just waiting on it because you want people to see improvement. And then there's some Leos in this reading where you don't even care if people see it. It's more so that you want something to blossom for yourself because you've been waiting for a long time. So it depends on what spectrum you're on, but either way, you're being impatient. Like, you're ready to see it pop off with the Temperance in reverse. Okay, let's get a little bit more information on what you are actually building. Whatever this is, I feel like it takes a lot of money or it takes a lot of effort, right? Okay. Definitely time with the Queen of Pentacles. But I feel like it has something to do with the home or living, something like that. All right, so we got Princess of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. Ooh, okay. Yeah. So you have this idea. Some of you are building your own business, or you have this idea for a new project or a new, what's the word I'm looking for? Product or something like that. Because the Princess of Swords is like having this curiosity, but also like these little ideas for something that could potentially be really grand and big and amazing. It could have something to do with like software or communication, like an app or something like that. I'm seeing with the Ace of Pentacles, it takes money, but it's like you got to spend money to make it, right? With the Ace of Pentacles, though, this is like a really big opportunity, and it's like an idea that came out of the blue, and you're like, hello, like, I can make this happen, I can do this. So with the Ace of Pentacles being here, I think you kind of already envisioned how beautiful and grand that this will be for you, and how it can change your life or change your lifestyle, your circumstances. But the only issue that I'm seeing is you still have to let it grow. So it's kind of like, let's say you have an apple tree. I don't know. So you grow the tree and you're waiting all year long so they can come back to where the apples are growing on the tree or whatever, so you can sell them. So you can already see how much money you're going to make. You can already see like where it's going to go, but you have to wait on the seasons. You have to go through the seasons. So you have to go through the winter, which is like the hard part, the struggles, the coldness, the distance, the loneliness. You have to go through all of these times. The fall, like you have to go through everything to get back to that summertime, or that springtime rather, so that all of your fruits and your fruits of labor can be produced for you, so that you can actually see the outcome come back to you. So this is what I feel like you're waiting on. I think you understand the process of why you have to wait. It's just a matter of you want to see the results now, because you know that it's gonna work out. Like, you can already taste the freedom, the lifestyle change. You can taste all of that. So it's just a matter of keeping your head straight, not doing anything to where it messes up the plan because you're being too pushy or not being patient. That would be something that I would, watch out for. Prince of Cups, make sure your attitude, try to keep it to where you're not being so aggressive, because I feel like that's going to wear down on you, or bitter, or whatever the situation is, because you're waiting on something. Try not to let that, eat away at your spirit, because I feel like that's also something that's here. It could be because you are at a point where you have to do everything on your own now, because the Prince of Cups is kind of that energy of like having a wall up. So you could be doing all of this on your own and you feel kind of resentful about that, or you have resentment because of that. But just keep a positive outlook on it, because that's the frequency that you're going to attract back to you. You know what I'm saying? Anything else with this energy that we can talk about? All right, so the way that you want to be to see all of this come to fruition, we have the circumspection card. So this is Virgo and Sun energy. So you want to stay extremely organized, and you want to make sure you're being wise in decisions that you're making. Don't be too hasty. Don't try to do things too quickly. Really analyze and plan for the future. Pay attention to the details of the things that you're working on. And then we have the Lovers energy here, which is Gemini. So I kind of feel like you should be communicating with other people that you trust, or people that have been in your life for a long time that have your back, to kind of bounce ideas off of and make sure it sounds right, to make sure that all of the details are together. So let's say if you're writing a book, you want to try to read it out loud, or you want to read it to someone or have them read it so that they can kind of proofread and make sure everything looks right and sounds right and all that. So it really just means, like, with this energy, they're both ruled by Mercury. So this is about intelligence, making sure that you know whatever you're working on, you know it from ins and outs. Communication, so that can also be like getting the word out there if it's a business or something you're working on, or a product, or whatever it is. And then also it's quick paced. Mercury is a very quick moving planet. So you want to make sure that you're being impatient, but before you know it, whatever you need to be finished has to be done. So make sure that you're really focused on the future and planning for whatever that outcome is going to be, because before you know it, that time is going to come. And if you're not prepared, you may have to wait a whole nother whatever, you know? So yeah, just pay attention to that. Now let's get one card of advice for you. That was basically some advice on how you need to be, but let's see anything else that we may not be seeing. Let's see if there's any other advice. Whatever this vision is, I really do feel like this is something that it's like it's time. Like the divine timing is here, or maybe you got rid of things that you needed to before this blessing could come. So now you're like, shoot, I'm ready. Like, when is it going to happen? All right, let's see. Ace of Wands, beautiful. This is a beautiful message as advice when you're dealing with something like this. So you want to make sure you're being very confident in what you're doing. Ace of Wands is about a spark in creativity, a new way of seeing something, but also like a new adventure, a new avenue that'll get you somewhere different, but somewhere better as well. So action, the time is now. Do it. Like, keep working on it. Don't give up. Don't try to psych yourself out when you start to see the changes happening. It's coming. This is happening for you, okay? Beautiful message, Leo. Okay, so that's the end of this message for you. Please leave a thumbs up if you like what you heard. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this. What else? If you would like to purchase a private reading, you can look on the screen here for that information, or in the description box below. You can also follow me on Instagram to be updated on things that are coming to the channel and just other spiritual things that I don't want to make a whole video on. And yeah, we're going to move on to the last and final sign. Bye. Taurus, 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 Taurus. Okay, so we're finally on your sign, okay? So hello and welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for watching this video. So basically what we're going to see is what's coming your way, whether it's a warning that you need to see, or a blessing that you don't see, or something you've been planning. It's not set on any specific thing, so we're just going to see what comes out for you. So Taurus, you are fixed earth, okay? So I always like to say you guys are like the trees of the zodiac. You know, so you're steady, you're not moving for the most part. You may get like pushed around a little bit by you know, air, so your thoughts. You may get you could get burned by fire, so people who are doing things at a quicker nature than you. And when it comes to water, it's pretty much your best friend, you know, because they balance you out pretty well. They keep you getting a little bit more emotional because you tend to not have very many emotions. You focus on resources. So I don't know why I felt the need to say it like that, but maybe there's a water sign around you. So let's just go into the oracle card here and see what's this topic about. What are we going to be talking about? And then we'll go into the details using the other decks, okay? The Bull. A fixed way of seeing something happen, okay? So deception and envy. Okay, so you may have some people that are around you that you have to watch out for. I kind of feel like these are people that you know, though. So it could be like frenemies. You know, they always say the people that can backstab you are the people that can massage your back. So they have to get close enough to you. I don't know if they say that. I think I just made that up. I don't know. But the people who are closest to you are the ones that could essentially do something to you because they were the closest ones to know things about you, or to, you know, have some sort of connection to you. With deception and envy, you could also be this person who is not feeling confident, or maybe you have this like envy or jealousy towards someone if they're doing the same thing as you. You may be very competitive, Taurus, but the whole point of this message is to say you have what you need. You don't have to feel insecure or inadequate because of what someone else is doing. If someone is being jealous towards you, you just need to make sure that you're staying protected, because even if a person doesn't believe in, you know, spiritual things or words have power or anything, someone could put a curse on you just by cursing you out, you know, and having so much intention on wanting to see you fail. So you want to make sure you're protecting yourself. All right, so let's go ahead and just see what's happening. So you have a warning, basically. Yeah, Princess of Wands in reverse. So it could have been someone that you may have screwed over in the past. I kind of feel like you may have played this person. You may, it could be a younger fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. I see this as a person that maybe they took you serious and you didn't take them serious. Okay. Yeah, I'm seeing Aries here with the Fool in reverse. So they're younger for sure. Three of Cups in reverse, you may have cheated on them, or they thought this was serious and you were just still playing around. But either way, with the Three of Cups in reverse, there's a cheating scandal or some type of third-party situation. I'm also seeing you or them. I think it's you may have indulged too much and then made a bad decision and it hurt them. So now they're, you know, fire is all about feeling and seeing. So they're, you know, pretty emotional about whatever this is. And with fire, you want to destroy, you know, so when you get angry. So, I mean, it could be something to that effect. All right, let's get a little bit more details. It could have just been that you ended up talking to someone or dating someone that was just batshit crazy. Like, just plain and simple. Maybe you didn't hurt them at all, and then now they're just upset with you because you have moved on and they don't like that. But I feel like they have the evil eye on you, so be very careful. Okay, Seven of Wands is what I see here. Maybe you had a lot of suitors. You had a lot of people you could choose from and you did not choose them, and so they're upset about that. But I also feel like with the Seven of Wands, you guys may have gotten into an argument of some sort and you chose to not agree with them and they didn't like that as well. Seven of Pentacles in reverse, this could be someone you work with. But with the Seven of Pentacles, I feel like you kind of cut them out from your life. Like, you just kind of, you know, you took them away from, what is it? Like, you ignored them. So they always say a Taurus, you'll know if a Taurus likes you or not if they share resources with you or if they help you out when you need it. I feel like whenever they needed you or something like that, you were like nowhere to be found. And so now they're taking that to heart, right? Wow, 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 wow. Yeah, Ten of Pentacles. This could have been a family member, but I think it has more to do with money. Like, they could have thought you guys were going to have a family or build something in the future. But what I'm seeing with this is they wanted money and you did not give this to them. Just plain and simple. Okay. Wow. Okay, so let's see who you're dealing with. I think it's a fire sign, but it could just be someone who has a lot of anger or passion towards you. A Pisces. Okay, so remember I was talking about that water sign. Okay, so this could be a water sign you're super close with and you have no idea that they're feeling this way. But yeah, someone's not too happy about this, okay? There's a Pisces that I think you left alone or something. You left them to dry. This could be even like a sibling or something. I kind of just feel like someone felt entitled to get some type of help from you or something, or maybe it was a lover or a fling, something, but they feel betrayed to some sort of capacity. So they're showing up as victory. So they have the Leo energy and Jupiter. So they're showing up extremely happy around you. They're smiling all the time. They're like, nothing is wrong. So deception. Remember with this card, deception, envy. They're not being truthful with how they feel. So I almost feel like they're kind of plotting on how to either guilt trip you or to literally set you up in some type of way. So be very careful with that, because the way they're showing up to you, you won't even know they have the issue. So this could also mean there's somebody who's still in your life presently. Okay, but I feel like they are definitely jealous or they want to see you fail. Okay, and how are you showing up, Taurus? How should you show up? Love. Okay, so you're still like happy. Like, you're not happy, but you're still in relations with this person. You're still around this person. You think everything is, you know, friendship, love, and feelings and comfort. So just be careful, because I feel like they don't really truly feel like this, but they're showing up that way. Okay, so I feel like you didn't even know that there was an issue. So this was like a message for you to be warned, like a omen or a warning, you know. All right, so let's get you some advice on what you should do about the situation. So your piece of advice is Prince of Wands. So this is Sagittarius energy. So I feel like you're supposed to tread lightly, like try not to come in too hot or whatever. The Prince of Wands, it's like the Page of Wands. So, ouch. It's like being curious or not being so set or committed to whoever this person is, especially if this is like a love interest. Take it one step at a time. But also look at the bigger picture. Don't look at the details, because I feel like they're fooling you with the day-to-day. But if you really look at the course of y'all's interactions as a whole, you'll start to see like that it really isn't what it seems to be. Does that make sense? A lot of fiery energy, a lot of watery energy. So it's like a lot of feelings and passion, which is not necessarily your strong suit, Taurus, because you're looking more at a practical standpoint of things. So be very, very careful of how you're moving around this person, because I feel like they're being deceiving. They're not showing their true face. They're wearing a mask, and then behind closed doors, they want to see you fail. So be very careful, like I was saying. But other than that, nothing else is wrong. That is the end of your reading. If you like this message, or if you like these type of readings, make sure you leave a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos from me and my cards. Also, you can add me on Instagram if you want to be updated on what will be up on the channel, or just other things that I'm talking about that I don't feel like making a whole video on. And if you would like to have a private reading, I have my information here on the screen, or you can link down in the description box below to book a reading. Okay, thank you so much for watching this video, and until next time, I will see you in my next video. Bye.